let my career get destroyed by a woman from another race. Ime Udoka, and I don't want to add on to your troubles, my brother, because I know you're hurting right now. You made a mistake, brother. You a human being. You made a mistake, but some mistakes are worse than others. Ime Udoka, I don't want to add on, my brother. You made a mistake. I understand, but some mistakes are worse than others, my brother. You might have threw away your whole career for a bunny. Ime, how did you get snow bunnied? Ime Udoka, how did you let yourself get snow bunnied? Ime Udoka, you just won the Eastern Conference Championship in your first year. How did you let yourself get snow bunnied? You will never see King Kong consciousness get snow bunnied. No revolutionary black man can ever allow himself to get snow bunnied. Brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. And you Negroes out there trying to blame Nia Long? You got Negroes out there trying to blame Nia Long? You got Negroes out there trying to call this woman a hoe and promiscuous and can't keep a man? Listen, you dead wrong on that, bro. You dead wrong on that. This ain't got a damn thing to do with her unless she told him to go sleep with the bunny. If she didn't tell him to go get snow bunnied, Nia Long cannot be held accountable for this. Keep her name out your mouth. Show respect to the queendom, my brothers. See, one of the reasons black men don't get good luck because we too busy disrespecting black women. One of the reasons black men don't get luck. See, our prayers are not being answered because we're not humbling ourselves to the feminine principle. I said the prayers of black.
It is right by the bistro bar, so relax, y'all. He was right here.
He wasn't at the food court. He was here. The Apple store is right there. He literally came in, and so he walked in, and he was looking at my incense, and our incense are handmade. They're fresh. We sell natural remedies like essentials. We have crystals.
And what's the name of your business?
My business is Asian Infusions. Well, our family business. It's me, my uncle, my whole family, my grandfather. And so what we do is we sell healing properties like pain cream, black seed detox, like sea moss, and we also have crystal things.
Okay,
he came in and you were looking at my incense right over there.
Right over here.
I came up to him, talked to him.
Wait, so pause. You're the girl that was in the video.
Yeah, I am the girl in the video.
You are not a white girl. Tell us, where are you from?
I'm Persian, actually. I'm not even white, but I guess, sure, whatever you're saying. I didn't even want to be involved in this until she came in and she was like, hey, can I record?
Filmed me at the mall. That was real cute, you know. That was worth a few laughs. I was not upset. I laughed at it myself. I was not upset. I laughed at it myself. Any Negro who thinks I'm not going to have interactions with members of other races is absolutely ridiculous. I am a diplomat. I am a statesman. I'm a member of the Revolutionary Pan-African Guard. Yes, I communicate. I conversate. I am well known. I'm extremely popular. Okay, I'm probably the most popular non-African entertainer in the world. I'll say it again. I'm probably the most popular non-African entertainer in the world, okay? Other than your singers, your dancers, your rappers, your actors, your comedians, your politicians, your moguls, be it after that. When you step outside of the world of entertainment, when you step outside the world of Negro entertainment, I'm probably the most popular voice. People want to understand me. They find me unique. What is a man with your credentials doing sticking to the Garvey program? What is a man of your principles doing sticking to the Garvey program? White people want to understand it. Asians want to understand it. Arabs, Mexicans, Latinos, East Indians, they want to understand what makes the Prince of Pan-Africanism talk.
You cannot let lust. You cannot let your lust. You cannot let your lust over.
So understand that there will be more Umar Johnsons popping up, okay? This is the reason why cults exist. They have been existing for years and they will continue to exist, because you just have to accept the fact that you have those people who need something from those leaders, whether it's to be led, to feel loved, whatever. The same reason people join gangs. Some people are just not psychologically strong enough to lead themselves, so they will always seek somebody to lead for them, to think for them. So these people will always exist. I like to call them the more vulnerable of our group. And as the strong ones, it is our job to protect those who are more vulnerable. Okay? We protect them by being vigilant. When we see wrongdoing happening, we have to have the courage to speak out, the courage to do something about it, so that those who are not as strong are protected. If you want to talk about looking out for one another, that's just how it is, period. You have that even amongst different species, where they will look after the weaker ones, and we're no different. We need to do the same thing, which is why I felt compelled to come out and say something, because like myself, there were plenty of other single moms out there hoping that this school would happen, waiting for it to fix it, so this does not happen to us again, so that this does not keep happening to us. Our whole history dated all the way back. You keep going further and further back. What happened to us? Where did we go wrong? We continue to allow ourselves to be bamboozled, basically, and it's a ongoing thing with us. When will we learn that we need to stop and address this situation? We need to build strong minds, and we need to put certain things in place so that these type of things cease to exist, so that we're not the group that's always being bamboozled. Because Umar's done. Okay, Umar's just washed up. He's never going to be Marcus Garvey or Malcolm X. He was never going to be, regardless of any of what happened. Nobody even had to bring any information up on Umar. Umar, he was going to reveal himself anyway. That was going to happen. He was definitely going to self-destruct. So I saw this, and this is essentially what he did. So it's really not even an issue of even attacking him, because he's done for. Okay, now the next Umar is looking up like, okay, I'm going in for the kill. Now I want to be Umar. Us how to spot frauds and people who are here to deceive us and exploit us and take advantage of us. That's the real issue here. That's what needs to be addressed here, so that we are not taken by the next Umar Johnson, so that we are more what's the word I'm looking for? We're more stringent on what it takes for us to be led by somebody. Not that we need to be led by anybody. We shouldn't even be looking for that. But if we're going to allow somebody in our group or in a hierarchy of what we're trying to do, they need to be primed. They need to be built by us, chosen by us. So we cannot continue to accept people just because they raise their fists and say Black Power, just because their skin color is black, brown, light brown, whatever the color. Being black should not be the only criteria that makes you eligible to speak for Black people and to lead Black people. So this is what I want you guys to get from this, because this is why I even said something in the first place. This is why I even spoke out about it. And even though it fell on deaf ears back then, I'm hoping that, once this book comes out, that people have a better understanding that we need to be vigilant. We need to be mindful and be able to spot the next person. We have to fix it so this does not happen to us again, so that this does not keep happening to us. Our whole it is hot as oh, wait a minute, let me represent the O. Gotta represent the O. Can I see that? Okay. All right, guys, really quick. I just want to let you guys know that the video you saw was not the entire video. It really was on the whim. It really wasn't something that I meant to put out. It just happened. But the full video, there's so much information about Umar that needed to be compiled that it needs to be organized to the point where the video is not 3 hours long. So I have to compress it and just really, focus on the key points, the points that need to be argued, and also to get out the information that I did not put out before. The reason I'm going to go ahead and put it all out there is so that I can put this whole incident behind me. I'm ready to move forward, and I think that we all should be ready to move past Umar Johnson at this point. Those who want to tag along his cult following, do not waste time arguing, going back and forth with them, because I need to let you guys know also that there are many accounts that are under Umar Johnson. They're really his ghost accounts, his second accounts. I know this because on a few of those accounts, there was only information that he and I knew about. So I knew that it was him. So I was able to identify some accounts that do in fact belong to Umar and his cult. So be aware that they are out there. They are on people's pages, in the comment section, trying to discourage you and trying to attack you, to try to keep you focused on the frivolous stuff. They're trying to take you away from where's the money, where's the school, the important information. So really don't even give the trolls the time. Don't even waste it. It's really not necessary, because you're just arguing with Umar and his cult following. So just please be aware of that. And as I said before, the full video is coming. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
I've talked about Umar Johnson before, and the fact that we still don't have that school he promised, or any timetable for a fucking school. And, so the community seems to just have given him a pass for, missteps and shit, okay? All right? Just something that you have to live with as a black person in the colonies down here, Just something you have to live with in the slave quarters and shit, I myself, I don't know. I feel like an alien or something sometimes, because I don't understand he gets a free pass. How he's tarred and feathered and shit. How no one ever asks the hard questions and shit, and that should make him suspect. All right, I'm not here to really drag fool Umar Johnson. He's just gonna keep fucking around down here until he takes himself out. That's my opinion and shit. Okay, any of you fucking pro fool Umar Johnson hoteps and shit, just keep it moving. Kick rocks. Basically, I was thinking about the conscious stripper and shit, and, the valid point she made in her little, expose. She's the one that exposed them fucking around at the strip club and shit, simping and shit, tricking off the cash, donated cash probably, more than likely. And I just say, like, yeah. I hear you talking and everything and shit, but I just feel like you exposed him because he didn't have he wasn't paying you no more. Okay, he wasn't putting no money in your thong and shit. That's how I feel. I don't care what you're saying, valid point or not and shit, but I feel like, if he didn't run out of money, maybe you wouldn't have said nothing. Okay, you shaking your ass for cash and shit. Okay, I don't give a fuck. I don't care how many beads you wear around your neck, or how big your head wrap is, or any of that bullshit, If he kept paying you, you probably wouldn't have said nothing unless you found a bigger guy, a bigger trick to get some, get your tangibles from your daily bread, your biscuit. That's pretty fucked up and shit. This is the gynocracy, boys. This is the reason why I'm making a video. This is the true nature of the gynocracy. Everything is truly transactional and shit. I hate to quote that old saying and shit, but when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Okay, I don't know how any motherfucker in his right mind would ever trust this woman with anything ever again and shit. I wonder if she's in a relationship, if she's married to some simp, some loser, because he would have to be. After looking at this shit, he'd be like, hey, the sister didn't think like, if I expose him and shit, this will look bad for our people as a whole and shit. Okay, I know he's a goddamn fool and an idiot, and he's eventually going to fuck up and shit, but I don't want to be the one responsible for that. There's no consequences in our community. This is why Fulmar got exposed to shit for looking. No, I must say, I admire. It is a truly nice ass. I think she looks like she's about 5'4" or something. So she's short and stacked and shit. I'm thinking that whole baby got back lyric about the heights and everything. Yeah, she fits in nice back porch there. And I don't give a fuck about nothing in her life or anything and shit. I just want to say that stop fucking around. That you tricked them out. You tricked on them and shit. As they stay in Chicago in the shy. We call it tricking when somebody tell on your ass and shit. She just told because the money ran out. Okay? One day his pockets was empty. He pulled his own dick out of his pocket and shit through the hole in that bitch. Getting a private dance. Nobody ever asked Fulmar or Umar. Nobody ever asked him the hard questions and shit. Don't you think that's fucked up? No, everywhere he goes, no one says shit directly to his fucking face on every time. He got white man privileges down here in the slave quarters and shit. It makes me sick and shit. I didn't care about him. I came to his defense when they bum rushed with Hope Giselle, on Fox Ladies of Soul. Now, it's 2023 and shit. I'm really not gonna do things like that. I'm gonna really vet, some of the stories that I post on my page on my platform. But I just want to say, this sister, you ain't no paragon of virtue. You just tricked on him because he didn't have no more money to give you. All right? And this is the lesson, young kings. Young men out there, suffer no fools, okay? Make sure you walk your kingdom every day, no matter how big it is. You walk the perimeter of your kingdom. You make sure you know what's in it and who's doing what's in it and shit. A lot of times, like some of these, the 1% black guys or whatever, they're always taken down by some kind of sexual allegations, some bullshit. Like bullshit. If you got a female, if you're successful and some female pops up looking for mentoring or some bullshit or want to be in your circle, don't let them be in your circle. Push them to the periphery of it. The closer they get to you, the more lawyers should appear at your back. Okay? You need 1 or 2 lawyers and shit to explain to her what a an NDA is. Okay? Non-disclosure agreement. I think now, going forward, motherfuckers need to just have non-disclosure agreements just to talk to a bitch, Especially if you're somebody in the public eye and shit. I'd be like, hey, you got to sign these shits. More than one, too. More than one. And then, I think the hint of thuggery should be also involved in those. Because women don't seem to understand the non-disclosure agreement. They're always putting somebody on blast. That's always the dirty panties. It's always the dirty, stinking panties of a female bringing down some nigga. Okay? Umar was talking about Ume Udoka and shit, I talked about Ume Udoka in the past. I made videos. I exposed, allegedly, who his partner was and shit, and showed her picture and everything. Because I don't have no corporate sponsors. No one's going to call me on the phone right back here and tell me to shut the fuck up and then make me go do some 6 points of getting back in the public eye. Now fuck that shit. Don't let nobody control your paper, and you won't have to go through situations like this. And I say, if any female come with some allegations or anything like that, you should lawyer up soon as you hear that shit coming out their mouth. Within the moment you hear it, you should call your fucking lawyer, get an attorney, and start going after their ass. Which is why I brought up the whole thing about non-disclosure agreement. Okay? Gonna start having that shit. Okay? You start having that shit in an ever-present camera. Because it's fucked up. Okay? We live in a Western world of shit. It's a gynocentric world of shit. You got to adapt to the times of shit. And these sisters is all about this whole Bull Connor, Jim Crow shit. They want to lock niggas up and shit. You better not be reading. You better not be talking to them other niggas and shit. You better be sitting down with your dick tucked between your legs like a peace sleeve and shit. You don't let them see you peeing standing up and shit if you're going to be a pussy ass simp and a female apologist and shit. Don't talk to me. Don't come around. Me and these other brothers who adhere to that acronym, SYSBM, which means Save Yourself Black Man.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.